Hey everybody, welcome to the monumental, life-changing month of May. So we're going to dive into the energies for this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, which is happening today, the day I'm filming, April 30th. So this reading is for all signs. It is a time-stamped. The links are in the description of the video. Please watch for your rising sign first, because I am going to break the energies down by houses, and then watch for your sun sign. If you don't know your birth chart and would like to discover it, you can go to astro.com and get a free birth chart generated, which will tell you your rising sign and your houses if you have your place of birth and your time of birth. And if you find this content valuable, please do consider hitting that thumbs up button. It would really help push the video out to more people. And please subscribe and join the channel if you haven't already done so. So let's get into a quick astrological overview of these energies. Remember, it's all about using the energies. So, wow, we are in eclipse season. So we have this new moon solar eclipse happening today, April 30th, in conjunction with, of course, the eclipse that's going to happen on May 16th in Scorpio, which is a total lunar eclipse. That one I'm going to do a whole separate video for. This is really that eclipse I've been saying for months, is a major karmic chapter ending, things closing, things shifting, etc. And I have to tell you, like, psychically, what I keep getting as the energies for May is this whoosh, this whooshing feeling. So a lot is going to change quickly. And it's kind of like, because Uranus, of course, is involved, especially at this eclipse we're going to talk about in Taurus. But this whooshing thing, it's like all of a sudden, nothing's happening for a while, and then all of a sudden, it's like this energy comes together. This is what I keep seeing and feeling and hearing. It comes together like this, and then your whole world opens up wide. But it's also, it's kind of like a little, I think, like the last push out of the birth canal, not to be too graphic or anything, but it is this like, narrow, and then boom, you come out and meet the world, and it is going to be a whole new world for you. Of course, these are general readings. You have to apply the energies to your life, but eclipses work in pairs is my point. So the intentions that we set at this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus do have energetic connections to certain endings and letting goes and doors closing, chapters finishing, which is a natural part of life cycles that will likely be happening mid-May for most of us. So kind of keep that in mind as well. There are threads that connect these eclipses together. So the astrology is interesting because, of course, this new moon is conjunct Uranus. Surprise! So there could be some very interesting twists. And I would encourage you, as you set your intentions wherever this eclipse falls in your chart, whichever house, to really think outside the box, expand your horizons, shake things up, innovate, reinvent. We're coming up on a Mercury retrograde soon. Really just look for ways that you can shake yourself up by your roots and do something different. Because as I posted on Facebook, join my Facebook if you haven't already, as I posted on Facebook the other day, and also I posted it, I think, here on YouTube in the community posts. This lunar eclipse also in the middle of May is going to release things that don't have juice in them to grow anymore. Let's remember, Taurus is about fertility. So plant the seeds that can grow, that you're excited about growing. That's the other thing. Uranus is this energy of like, wow, this is happening, this energy of excitement. So plant the seeds that you are excitedly wanting to see blossom and water. We have Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Pisces at the time of this eclipse as well, which suggests to me, again, expanding Jupiter, your expectations, your dreams, your boundaries, your goals, especially in love and money areas. But also, again, nurturing bigger dreams with love. That, in a nutshell, that's the Jupiter-Venus for me in Pisces. Pisces, big dreams. Jupiter, dream bigger, go home. And Venus, loving care and attention. So work with all of these energetic themes. You do, of course, have to apply them to the areas that this eclipse may be affecting you. It's especially going to affect you. It'll affect all of us, but especially if you are born, around this time. Obviously, if you're born at the end of July, if you're born toward the end of October, beginning of November, and if you're born end of January, beginning of February, because that energy is squaring your sun. And whenever we have a square, it's kind of a friction point. And it can be a little bit of a kick in the bum to get you motivated and get you going with something. So also think about that as well as you apply these energies to your sun sign. Your rising sign is much more about the exact house where these energies are being activated. So of course, if you have a planet in that house in close proximity to 10 degrees, so I would say within 5 degrees either side of 10 degrees, that energy is going to be activated. We have to remember too, not every single eclipse is a big game changer. It really depends on your own individual chart. And that is why it's helpful to book a soul session with me so we can, explore your personal chart and eclipse energies or other energies that are coming up that may be affecting you. However, that being said, I do feel that this eclipse in the middle of May is really going to be affecting everybody in a very, very significant way. It's just this first one, and also it's a partial new moon eclipse, so it's not as intense, but because it has such a lovely aspect also with Venus and Jupiter in the sky conjunct at the same time, there really could be something lovely that gets started for you around this time. So I encourage you again to take a little bit of a daring risk. That's also Uranus. So let's see how this plays out for each sign. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you with this new moon solar eclipse in your second house of show me the money and values. All right, let's see what you need to know. Aries. What's going on? Well, there you go. There's your Taurus, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and the Pluto. Isn't this interesting? So we have both eclipse energies represented for you. Now, I'm getting full body chills. Oof. Okay. So, oh my gosh, it's not stopping. It's like going all the way up to the crown of my head. This, of course, Scorpio represents your 8th house of other people's money. And, extreme transformation. Wow, let's pull another card. Let's see what we got. Are you kidding me right now? Wow. Oh my gosh, Aries, this is unbelievable. It is time to set your intention to free yourself and make a whole new fresh start in some profound financial way or towards something you really value. This also is the Capricorn energy, which represents your 10th house of career. So it is time to focus on a new goal for your career, I feel. But I also feel this is something about you changing what you're chained to and freeing yourself, really, because also the Death card here, freeing yourself from a situation, a goal, and maybe it's a career goal, money problem, financial burden, something like that. Maybe you're severing a connection in some way with other people's money, like financing, debt, like you're paying off a mortgage, or you're selling a home, you're selling a car, you're selling something to free yourself from a financial obligation. So there may be that intention you are setting. You are freeing yourself so that you have a lot more time to begin, because this is the Page of Wands here, to begin some sort of very new and important goal for yourself. So this could be studying for a new career, taking action toward a new career. There's something here really about letting go of perhaps what you've already been doing for work and just really starting to study and have a new concentrated focus on something you're going to be doing. So this is profound. I mean, look at these major arcana that are showing up. And I love the fact that we have the Temperance card right in the middle, which represents Sagittarius energy, which of course is your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. So keep that in mind. Whatever new intentions you are setting for your financial life really has to be based, in my opinion, in this bigger vista perspective of what you want from your life. It's not just about a quick hit financial goal. Oh, I hit that, we're done, let's move on. It really is about making very deep and profound change in your life that can take you to entirely new places, literally and figuratively. You know, ninth house is expansion. This has also got a lot to do with Jupiter going into Aries for you as well, which will happen on May 10th. So, you know, you may really start to see a lot of traction, despite the fact Mercury will go retrograde on the same day. You may start to see a lot of positive traction and change right around May 10th as well, with the intentions that you set at this new moon. So this is really fantastic. But I feel this is all about you not being afraid, Uranus, right? Conjunct this, not being afraid to have some sort of major letting go, transformative change in your financial life and your values. And the key here is to really have that concentrated focus. What do you want? Not what every other person wants for you, but what do you truly want? And what is also going to give you the utmost in freedom? You need to let go of whatever this toxic energy is here. And this could be something to do with, like I said, this could be a toxic boss at your job you're just sick and tired of dealing with. The chains in here, again, this can be like debt, and like I mentioned, because we have the 8th house. So really unburdening yourself, setting the goal to unburden yourself over the next several months from attachments to toxic energies in your career, and also with commitments that involve other people's money, and really getting yourself free and clear from those. So Taurus, this eclipse, of course, is very personal to you since it's happening in your sign. So let's see what we need to know for you. This is, of course, the house of your physical body, how other people see you, your image. And particularly when Uranus transits through our 1st house, there can be radical reinventions of your whole entire look. So you could really change your hairstyle up. You could change your clothing, your presentation of self. You could lose a lot of weight, get in shape, have plastic surgery. I mean, whatever. Like, it can be a radical reinvention of self, and not just on the physical plane, but also in terms of your entire, as I said, presentation of self. You may not be afraid to really just be totally out there, so to speak, Uranus, and do perhaps some things that surprise other people, you know? All right, let's see what we need to know. You setting your intentions to use those energies to recreate yourself in some way. Taurus 2.0. 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Okay. The 10 of Wands, the Star, and the High Priestess. Okay. All right. So what we got going on here, I think, is you really setting the intention to wrap up an energetic cycle of hurt and pain from the past. I feel like this would be a really great time for you to commit yourself to shining your light brighter with the Star card here, but also to some sort of healing regimen for your body. And this is going to be, you know, of course, this is not medical advice, consult your doctor, but this is something very much where listen to your own body, the High Priestess, your intuition. Listen to what your body is telling you it needs. You may need more water with the Star card. You may need to really hydrate a lot more. But again, you know, talk to your doctor. I mean, that's possible. But what I feel here is that you can really shift an energetic cycle of, I mean, I'll come back to this. You can really shift an energetic cycle here and let a lot of heavy stuff go. that may be trapped in your body from a long time ago, from the past. And you could really turn a healing corner. But it is up to you, of course, to take the initiative to do this. It's about planting the seeds. The High Priestess can be, for me, a card about the past. You know, things that are hidden from the past that surface in our body or that stay stuck in our body as trauma. And we got some trauma going on over here. So I feel like if you set an intention to really work on your well-being, to hydrate, to be more open and vulnerable with yourself in terms of what you really do need and what your intuition is telling you need, you could really, I think, make strong healing progress this month, even within a month. Now, this is what's going on. We have, of course, perhaps some sort of situation where you were bamboozled, where you were misled, 7 of Swords, somebody hurt you very badly, 3 of Swords, and you could have thrown yourself into your work in order to avoid feeling any of this. But as I said, trauma stays stuck in our body. Whether this is a trauma from, 7 days ago, 7 weeks ago, 7 months ago, 7 years ago, or when you were 7, right, all the way back to your childhood, that stuff stays stuck. You have a major opportunity here to shift this. Absolutely. You've thrown yourself into burying your head in the sand, not wanting to deal with this. I don't blame you. This is painful. Whatever this was, this is, woof. All right. But, you got to feel it to free it. And that's what this is over here as well. Feel it and free it to yourself. You don't have to go broadcasting it to other people. It's about acknowledging, what you have been trying to hide even from yourself. No more. Right? Because your body probably has been telling you, been kind of letting you know, you got to pay attention to it. Pay attention. I need attention. Reboot. I need healing. So again, great opportunity here to set the intention and do that, Taurus. And I should also add, because Uranus is involved at this eclipse, you really could have some sort of, if you allow yourself to feel, right, this, if you allow yourself to feel the things you've been trying to hide from yourself, you really have the possibility of having a spontaneous healing, spiritual healing, by acknowledging, feeling, and freeing, and cleansing yourself, your energy of whatever that 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords was. All right, so Uranus is things that spontaneously happen. And with the Star card, there could be a beautiful spontaneous healing, but that is up to you. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you with this eclipse, which is happening in your 12th house of things hidden behind the scenes, your subconscious, your intuition, the closet, I like to call the closet of your life. All right, so let's see what we have. The House of Dreams, etc. All right. The House of Mysteries. All right, let's see. Gemini, setting your intentions. 4 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. Wow, look at this energy. Page of Cups, and the King of Wands. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting full body chills. Oh, Gemini. Okay. So this is about coming into your power in a big way, allowing yourself to come into your power, not staying hidden in the shadows anymore in some aspect of your life. Because again, the 12th house, it's going to be very personal to each person, because 12th house are things hidden away. Like I said, the behind the scenes. So we have setting a new intention to step into your power, right? This King of Wands. I'm just going to read this as energy, but I'm also going to read it as a time marker. I'll tell you that in a second. So 4 of Wands is Aries energy. It is about some sort of new door opening, a gateway, a threshold moment, crossing over into a new life, celebration, joy. It's a great card. Set your intention to leave behind emotionally and mentally something that's weighing you down from your past. That's also 12th house. That's maybe serving as a block that's preventing you from stepping forward into your power, into this new door opening. We do have the Page of Cups here and the King of Wands, so there could be a very surprising piece of news coming in for you, I feel, when Jupiter goes into Aries. So this could be, Jupiter goes into Aries on May 10th. This could be by May 14th, if we have the 4 days on there. This could be by the end of the month. This could be by your birthday season, because we got that going on over here. So I feel like the universe wants to bring you something beautiful. You have the Page of Cups here. And the Pisces energy is your 10th house of career, where Jupiter and Venus are conjuncting. So this may have something to do with your career in some way, whether that's opening the door to a new job, opening the door to retirement, opening the door to starting your own business, whatever it might be. But this is about bold and bodacious. That's the King of Wands. He takes calculated risks. He's not afraid to go for what he wants. He's filled with a lot of passion and drive. So I think the universe really does want to open a door that's going to allow you to really embody this energy. But you've got to get out of your own way. That's the 12th house also. Again, blocks, things subconscious. So we have 2 cards of leaving things behind. 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. So emotionally and mentally, it's time to shift some energy, to set the intention to do that, Gemini, because this looks very promising, whatever wants to manifest for you. All right, Cancer. So this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. Ooh, I love it. And we have the expansive dream energy of Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Pisces, your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. So it is really time to expand, to really push the boat out in some surprising way and take action on a dream, a big dream, Cancer, a big dream. Let's see what we got here for you. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Justice. Oh, and the King of Swords. Okay. The 4 of Swords. We got some Aries energy. And the 2 of Wands. Okay. All right. So it is possible that you have recently made a decision, or this energy is really going to bring to a head some sort of decision, to a very clear-headed decision that you are making. Now, this might have something to do about your home and family, because Libra is your 4th house of the home, family, roots, what nourishes you and what feeds you. So you may have recently made a very important decision and change to leave behind a stagnant situation, 4 of Swords, something that was stuck. Now, this could be something that was stuck in terms of your home. This could be something that was stuck in terms of just the balance in your life was really off, that maybe it was, you have been too much hidden away in the shadows, so to speak, in some area of your life. Because remember, this is happening in your hopes and wishes and dreams. You could have had a brief physical ailment that was going on that threw you off balance, in particular with the Justice, the Libra energy here. There could have just, this could be also possibly something with like a vertigo. There could be where you had to lay down. You couldn't, you couldn't really do anything. And that's, Justice, about balance, and then the mind. So there could have been something like that going on, or you just felt off balance. You could have been waiting in the wings, so to speak, this 4 of Swords, for a contract, a legal matter to wrap up, especially one regarding home, family, roots, etc. So something could have been even something in the family, not necessarily you, but you were involved somehow. Okay, so there's been that going on. The energy is shifting. The energy is shifting big time. We have the Aries here. We have the Two of Wands. So you are going to be venturing forward. No more dealing with this. This is wrapping up for you. You're going to be making a big decision about stepping out more boldly and bodaciously into your independence. This may have something to do with your career because Aries is your 10th house of career. But this is also about you going forth independently. So it could be a wish of yours to create your world the way you want it. So this guy has his world in his hand rather than having to maybe deal with another person, right? The Justice here. Now, this could be in business. This could be in family. There could have been some sort of, like I said, legal decision. There could have been a divorce. Maybe you felt you always had to defer to somebody else. You couldn't call your own shots or make your own decisions, or you were kept from moving on and making your own decisions because you were waiting for a divorce to finalize or some other legal agreement to finalize, something like that. Apply the energies to your life. Let's set that aside. We know the root cause. But what this is saying is this new moon solar eclipse, it's about using the energies of independence, excitement, innovation, boldness, your own personal authority, and taking charge of your life. And that wish, that most sincere wish you have, that's very personal to you. And it has to do with the way you want your world to be. We are creators of our own world. How do you want your world to be? This is a threshold card for me. Okay. And because this looks like a Gemini symbol, I feel Gemini season is going to be very important for you in that regard. We have Mercury retrograde till June 3rd. So keep that in mind. But I feel like this is also a time marker for Jupiter going into Aries, which is your 10th house of career. So again, the house of career is being emphasized here. So it may indeed have something to do with you forging a new path that you're going to be much more in charge of for your career. This could be making a wish come true for a promotion, making a wish come true for you being seen as more of an authority in your particular industry. This could be you finally getting a wish come true to start your own business without a business partner and going it on your own. Maybe you're having a business divorce and you're getting rid of somebody who was involved in your business. Whatever it might be, this is fantastic energy to set the intention of whatever you're going to be creating, however you want to create the world that you live in, that it is really about that personal authority and the passion. Really, that's the Emperor too. And really having things your way. That's the other thing, because with this justice, you may have really had to, like I said, defer to someone else. It is so important for you to call the shots on this. So when you're setting your intentions, I really want you to center in that energy, Cancer, of this is my call. This is what I want to do. All right, Leos, let's see how you can set your intentions at this new moon for your career. 10th house. Of course, though, 10th house is also your status in life. So it can be about, are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? Are you retired? Are you working? So keep that in mind. But it can be about your calling in life as well. So this could have something to do with setting an intention for maybe some new career journey you want to go on, changing up your career in some way. All right, let's see what Leos need to know to use this energy. Leos. Oh, we have a 5 of coins. Alrighty. Oh, and we have a Hierophant. So 2 number 5s. Interesting. Oh, 8 of Swords. 7 of Swords. And a 3 of coins. Okay. Very fascinating that we have 2 cards of learning here. Hierophant and the 3 of coins. I feel like it is time for you to set your intentions to really acknowledge that something's got to change in your career life. Now, the reasons why that needs to change are probably have to do with money because of the 5 of coins here. So it could be you're not making enough money now, or there was some funding source cut, or this could also do with your well-being as well. But I'm feeling it's probably more the money. I also read Pentacles as self-esteem. So it could just be that your heart, you know, left out in the cold, etc., self-esteem, like you're just feeling like tired and run down of whatever you have been doing. So this is not really burnout. Burnout for me is a 9 of Wands. This is more depression about what you've been doing and or your finances in some way. And I'm going to take these two separate here. So what this is saying to me is that you've got to face the situation, 8 of Swords, because, but also you not only do you have to face it, you have to admit that it's only within your power to change it. 8 of Swords. Like, this girl thinks that she can't get out of this, but she can. Her hands are not tied. She could free herself at any moment. So you may be telling yourself some Fibonacci's, as I like to say here with the 7 of Swords. Oh, I can't change this. You know, I mean, sometimes we feel like that when we are feeling very low about some sort of career situation. You know, we all can get in that mode of thinking. Absolutely. So this is not, you know, personal to Leos or anything like that. This happens. So this is saying to confront the reality. Use the juice. That's what this is, right? What is not making you feel juicy and excited? What's weighing you down? What makes you feel, what energy feels heavy and kind of depressing in whatever you're doing in your career? And let's like confront that. Set the intention on, I got to really face that and not tell myself any more stories about it. I got to be brutally honest with myself because only I can change this. So this is how we got to change it. We have to make a new commitment, Hierophant, to either a new workplace and or a new course of study. So it may be time for you, or new work colleagues, or, you know, something like that. It may be time for you to investigate some sort of new skill you can learn that either adds to your current business if you have one, augments your career in some way, something you're excited about. It's about the juice. Okay, so it is really about what seeds you want to water with enthusiasm. This is not enthusiasm. What new seeds can you plant? You need fresh energy in your career zone. And I think it has a lot to do with learning something new. This can also be, it's time for you to teach something new. If you teach, if you share your knowledge in whatever form or fashion for your business, and you feel like you have been saying the same thing over and over and over again, and you just cannot do it anymore, then it's time to switch things up. It's time to break out and break into something brand new. And you got the Taurus energy showing up. This is the time to do it. So you could need a new teacher to teach you a new skill. You could be yourself needing to shake up your own curriculum in some way that makes it more exciting for you if you share your knowledge with people. So this can also be as well that you may need to realize, because we have this energy, you may need to realize that you've got to make a commitment to a new job search, 3 of Coins, and finding a new workplace. So if that is the case for you, set the intention at this new moon that is what you're going to do, that you're going to absolutely acknowledge the fact that only you can change it. And then you're going to get to it. Aren't you, Leo? I know you are. All right, Virgos. So this new moon is happening in your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. Isn't that exciting? So surprises in new destinations, where you're going, what's happening. Academia, publishing, international affairs, international business, travel. So let's see what we need to know for you, Virgo. I love a lunar new moon solar eclipse in the 9th house. Big vistas opening up for you in surprising directions. That's what I feel. Let's see. How can you expand your entire world? Yeah, because you need to get out of the house. 4 swords. Oh, baby, here it is, the Chariot. it's time to travel, Virgo. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting full body chills. I've been getting so many body chills doing these readings. Oh, my goodness. Justice and a King of Swords. Okay. And I shuffled very thoroughly, but we just got these two cards for another reading, but that's okay. All right. All right. This is what I feel. Oh, my gosh. The chills I am getting from this reading. It is time for you to get out of the house, 100%, Four of Swords. You will. Here's the Chariot. You may be booking 2 trips. You may go on 1 trip in May. You may go, or by like the middle of June, let's just say that way. You may go on another trip in July. I feel like it is possible that one or both of these could be business connected. It is also possible, Ariel's agreeing with this assessment. This is the first time she's come here for this reading today. She came for you, Virgo. I think that there could be a very interesting business contact because of the Justice and the King of Swords showing up here that could arise. Do you agree, Ariel? That could arise from one of these trips. Could be both, or the trips are somehow connected with business. We have victory and success with both of these cards, the Chariot and the 6 of Wands. So getting out of the house, expanding. Now, this may not necessarily, it doesn't have to be literal travel. But the 9th house is the travel house. It is about just expanding your world. A 4 of Swords is a very limited world. This is somebody, stuck at home, stuck somewhere they don't really want to be. They have no choice but to just hang out. This is about, oh my gosh, how can I take charge, travel, move forward, take charge of my destiny, explore the world. And this could have something, of course, 9th house can be, doing it through the internet. So there could be something going on here with business success with the internet. We've got the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy going on here. So you may set if you're in business for yourself or whatever, you may set the intentions to reach out and make new connections in terms of, signing contracts maybe with new vendors or, some other type of business agreements. It's very, very possible with the Justice and the King of Swords here. But there also could be somebody coming into your world who may offer such a thing. You may not even necessarily be seeking it out, but this person knows of your very good reputation in business and seeks you out. So there could be something like that going on here as well. But this is absolutely with the Uranus focused here, using technology in some way to expand your world. There could be something to do with TV and broadcasting, podcasting. Just again, it's like mass communications that could be very successful for you. Setting an intention, because it's about setting the intentions to commit yourself, make a contract with yourself, or maybe you're going to make a contract with a service provider to get your messages out to the world in a much broader way. So this could be some sort of very professional marketing agency, media broadcasting. It's big though. It's not just like hiring a VA. This is something different. This is much bigger, bolder, broader, etc. because of the 9th house. So this could also be for those of you in publishing. There could be a beautiful success and possibly a publishing contract with this energy. But this is about setting your intentions, remember, to use these energies and go for it. Because the key here is that not much has been going on. And as I was just saying to Leo, it's like you have to take the initiative yourself, right? You have to make things happen. Only you can decide that, yeah, you know what? I got to start sending out more of my work. I've got to start putting my stuff out there. If it sits in a drawer or sits on your computer hard drive or Dropbox or whatever, and you're not sending it out, how is it ever going to get picked up and be published? So you get my point here, Virgo. All right, it's time for you to, and that's the Uranus, get out of this comfort zone. And also because it's the swords, this can also just be, staying stuck in a mental comfort zone of status quo. I'll just, it's okay. It's time to boldly go out there. All right. And something very interesting could pop by you taking that bold move and putting yourself out there, and or literally putting yourself out there by traveling and spreading your knowledge and spreading your energy so you can meet and greet people who could be important to you, I think, in a business context. All right, Libras, let's see what's going on for you with this new moon solar eclipse happening in your 8th house of sex, death, taxes, other people's money, physical, mental, and emotional transformation, etc. So, wow, there could be some deep healing, deep transformation. There could be, it is the house of physical intimacy. There could be some sparks of flying with Uranus, especially in that 8th house for you, conjunct this new moon solar eclipse. So, I don't know. Also, check out your monthly that I did, Libra, because that was all about getting some sugar. So, I don't know. There could be something going on for you in that regard. All right, Libras, setting intentions, 8th house. Whoa. Look, the Fool just flipped over. You got to begin again. You're going to have a whole new beginning in this area of your life. That's the intention. And to feel totally free and unencumbered by your past. A cycle has wrapped up. As we know, a cycle is also wrapping up middle of May. But it is time to feel footloose, fancy free, and open your heart. Notice how open the Fool is. Open your heart to some sort of beautiful new energy in this deep house of transformation. All right, Ariel's concentrating. She's had such a tiring morning of supervising the birds on our balcony. So she watches from the window. I don't let her out there. All right, let's see. King of Wands. Wow, talking about passion. Oh, and the Page of Cups. All right. And the Four of Coins. That's the Taurus energy. The Strength. Oh my goodness. There is some serious lusty energy going on. Oh, and a King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness here. Libras. All right. All right. This is what I feel. There is something from your past that you have held on to. 4 of Coins. It may be the thing that's packed in your little bag, okay, or in your heart, that lives in your heart. There's something that is still around in your world. You've held on to it. Now, this could be a literal thing. This could be a memory. This could be a person. This could be whatever it is, because the 4 of Coins is about holding on for dear life to something. Something that gives you a lot of grounding and stability. Something that you really do value, because this is over the heart chakra. So, and I look at Pentacles as self-esteem. This may be also something you've held on to. Like I said, a person, a place, a memory, a possession, whatever, because it makes you feel good. It reminds you of who you are. Even when anything else is going to hell in a handbasket, this thing, you've always held on to it because it reminds you of something good in your life. Something that made you feel hopeful. So, we got this new intention going on here. Look at these 2 kings. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Strength, Page of Cups. So set the intention to call in some sort of new beginning for yourself of passion. That's what I really feel. I mean, the 8th house. So this is a house of intimacy, physical intimacy. So it is possible. And since we have the Strength card showing up here, which is a lot about physical attraction, lust, earthy sensuality, because we got the King of Pentacles over here, also our Taurus energy. So earthiness, just reveling in the 5 senses, like really just feeling alive. There's something here about that, bringing the juice back to your life. all right? And the passion. And the King of Wands is here. So this is, of course, very bold, bodacious, passionate energy. So we have passionate energy that makes you feel good. That's the other thing I really want to emphasize here with the King of Pentacles, because I read Pentacles as self-esteem. The Page of Cups, there's also an element perhaps of romance. That is very much the Page of Cups. Innocence and heartfelt connection. So yes, it's very, it's very sensual, but it also has this element of true feelings and intentions behind it. So I would encourage you to set your intention to call in a transformation in your life. That's ultimately the 8th house, transformation. A transformation in your life that brings those energies in for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be, physical intimacy, but that just brings that energy of passion, sensuality, feeling good in your body card, strength, that reminds you of what you've held on to and why you've held on to it. Okay, I think you know what I'm talking about. And how you can move forward with hope and joy on your journey. There is a piece of, like I said, something from your past, an essential part of you. And I think you've held on to it because it means a lot to you. And I think because you'd like that situation to blossom again, or you'd like to have that feeling again, whatever that might be. That has the strong potential to manifest for you soon by setting your intentions with these energies. All right. The key is to open your heart to transformative possibilities. All right, Scorpios, let's see what we need to know for you with this new moon solar eclipse that's happening in your 7th house. 7th house of relationships, both business and personal. 7th house is also the house of enemies, which is interesting. But let's focus on business and personal relationships. Uranus transiting the 7th house can often bring surprise endings and surprise beginnings. So let's see what we have going on with that energy for you. Scorpios. Let's see. Ooh, we have some karma, judgment. Oh, and we have your energy. King of Cups. Oh, and we have an Ace of Cups. We have a Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wow, and an Ace of Wands. Okay, isn't this interesting? All right, it is time to set an intention to karmically release yourself from anything from the past that is still needs to heal. Now, of course, as I said in my intro to the video, that these two eclipses are intimately connected. This one and then the full moon lunar eclipse in your sign on May 16th. So set the intention that you have karmically released yourself from the past. And you're going to see evidence of that, I feel, at your full moon also, which is, why I think your energy is also showing up here. I think you could manifest something new in your personal life very quickly, whether it's business or romantic, personal, whatever. I think it's very important for you to realize, Scorpio, that you are on the other side of whatever past relationship hurts and dramas have gone on. You have healed. This is time to karmically acknowledge that fact that you're ready for something new. Look at these aces. You're ready for a heart-centered connection and also a physically passionate connection with the Ace of Wands here. It is time to really, Queen of Pentacles, of course, this is our Taurus energy. This is about absolutely manifesting, focusing on what you want. I feel like you have healed. You have healed because look at how your back is turned to this. You have healed from some sort of past karmic connection that did not honor your value. You are an entirely different person now. You value yourself more because I read Pentacles as self-esteem. The Queen of Pentacles is here. So she is like the ultimate, so you're not going to make the same mistakes. I really want to emphasize that. You're not. Because like I said, your back is turned. You know this. You have learned something very, very important. The time is now to rise up the new life and bring in and call in and focus in on manifesting a beautiful new relationship for yourself. You are ready for this. Set the intention that you are ready for it and let the universe surprise you. Uranus. Okay, let the universe do its thing and bring you exactly what you are focusing your intention and attention on. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try to look around every corner and say, oh, is it coming yet? No, just focus and have faith. And I feel like, with these aces showing up here, wow, you could have something manifest for yourself very quickly. It is very possible here. And like I said, you're going to see the connections with the lunar eclipse in the middle of the month that you really have turned a corner emotionally. You are ready for this next new chapter in your life that has a lot to do with personal relationships, new connections coming in. Gorgeous. So Sagittarius, this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your 6th house of work and well-being. So let's see what we need to know about that for you. Saggies. Let's find out. Sagittarius. Oh, we have a 9 of Pentacles and an 8 of Cups. Knight of Cups, 7 of Coins, and the Chariot. Okay. So this is really about you making an important decision about leaving behind emotionally, 8 of Cups, anything that's not supporting your financial independence in some way, your sovereignty, your talents and abilities. Because remember, this is work and well-being. So I'm going to read this as work since we've got the Pentacles here. I think it's very possible that some of you are going to make a decision or set an intention to maybe start your own business or leave behind your own business and go back to a work environment. It could go either way depending on your personal situation. Or you're going to reevaluate, especially during the Mercury retrograde period after May 10th, you're going to reevaluate the direction you want to take your personal business in, because there may be something going on where you either reach the end of a cycle with something like, you don't feel it's fulfilling you anymore, or maybe the well has run dry, so to speak, financially in a particular area. So you feel like you got to move on for that reason. There's something also, because we have the full moon here, there's something connected with the full moon, which of course will happen in your 12th house, the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So this could suggest that you're still kind of processing some feelings that maybe you haven't even shared with other people yet about something to do, like I said, with your finances, your business, how you're running your business, that you want to make a job change, that type of thing. This is a beautiful card. 9 of Pentacles is about your financial independence. So that's very much in focus for you at this new moon, which is applicable because it's in Taurus, right? So Taurus is our safety and security needs and our financial needs. So this is the season we tend to focus in on a lot of that, even though I realize this is Virgo energy. But even so, you're really tuned into your finances and how you're working toward those, how you're managing those, 6th house, right? So there is something here that may be coming to light at that full moon lunar eclipse, where you're going to be like acknowledging some deep feelings, 12th house, to yourself. Like, you know what? I really got to let go of a certain thing. It's not working for me. You're going to reevaluate. You're going to figure out what exactly is going to make you happy emotionally, Knight of Cups. Because as we know, our emotions are the seat and source of what we manifest. So if you're feeling unhappy or unfulfilled or disappointed in some way with something going on over here, then yes, you do need to shift that energy and shift it into something that you are going to really feel excited about, which is what we have going on with the Chariot. So you could be manifesting a whole new path. That's the Chariot. And we have 2 sevens here. So this could be within about 7 weeks. It's very possible from this new moon. Remember, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, the energy is not just of that day. It reverberates out over the next several months. So we could really look at the next 7 weeks. You know, by the time we get to Cancer season, which is this, you could be moving in a whole new path, a whole new direction. You could manifest a new job for yourself. You could start that business, or you could change up your business in some way. You could, whatever's going on for you. All right. So, but I would encourage you, because Mercury's retrograde from May 10th to June 3rd, to really take your time with this contemplation and this decision. But I feel like this is really setting your intentions to be very cognizant emotionally of what's not working for you in terms of your daily work environment also. And how you may need to make a change with that. Really evaluate it. You know, this is the 7 of coins. There's something that's only grown to a certain point. You want, you know, more growth. You want to get to your 9 of Pentacles. Like I said, there could be a disappointment here with some sort of financial situation that you haven't reached a goal, or they didn't give you the raise they promised, or whatever it is. And you're like, you know what? I really got to acknowledge that so I can reach out and have the universe reach out to me, Knight of Cups, to manifest this new path. So that's what I feel is a good way to start using these energies and in those particular timings as well. Capricorns, oh my goodness, new moon solar eclipse in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, the house of the entrepreneur, taking risks, and of course children as well. All right, send some new intentions in this area of your life, and Uranus there bringing surprises, innovation, invention, ideas, especially for creative projects. All right, Cappies, let's see what we got going on, Capricorn. Uh-oh. Cards are getting all crazy. All right, I'm so excited, Cappies. Let's see what we got. All right. Capricorn. We got the wheel. All right. Oh, and a 9 of Pentacles. I love it. And a 9 of Cups. And a Fool. And an 8 of Cups. All right. That's our Scorpio eclipse that's going to be happening. All right. Fantastic. So we got the Jupiter energy here. And as we know, we have Jupiter and Venus conjunct in Pisces, your 3rd house of communications, which plays nice with the 5th house of creativity. So we also have Jupiter on May 10th going into Aries. What I feel, though, ultimately is about setting your intentions to really go for what you want in this 5th house area. And I feel by Virgo season, we have 2 9s here. I mean, well, it could even be earlier. So it could be within 9 days or 9 weeks, or by Virgo season. I don't feel by 9 months. I feel 9 days, 9 weeks, or by Virgo season. You could have such a gorgeous positive change in this 5th house area of your life by you taking the wheel of destiny in hand, Wheel of Fortune, and lightening your load, opening your heart, traveling lightly, being optimistic, following your bliss, 9 of Cups. Now, my goodness, if you're involved in any sort of creative project, you could have a beautiful success land on your doorstep very soon. You could see all your hard work pay off, but it's not just about that success manifesting. It's going to open the door to something brand new as well. So this is fantastic. Now, here's what's interesting is that the 8 of Cups came up last, which is Scorpio energy, which is our full moon lunar eclipse. So this is happening in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So whatever may get triggered for you in your world with this new moon solar eclipse. There's likely to be a moving on from something you thought you wanted. I think the universe is bringing you something way better than what you were imagining. And it's going to put you in a very different place than what you were even thinking also. Now, a different place can be where you're living. It could be who you're with, whatever. There's something here where, and this is not bad at all. I mean, look at this energy, right? It's gorgeous. There's something here where also you're going to be able to wrap up an energetic cycle in some way that has maybe where there's been some sort of block, or like I said, the juice has run out of a particular cycle. I'm looking at this as the middle of the month energy. And, because as I said in the intro, my astrological intro to this video, these eclipses work together in tandem. So there is something you're going to emotionally be able to leave behind. I think you're emotionally going to be able to leave behind, any sort of block, stagnation, lack of wishes manifesting, right? 11th house. So, and also letting go of how you thought something was going to happen. The universe is bringing in something so much better in the fulfillment of this wish. So creatively, romantically, maybe you thought you were going to go with that person. Actually, the universe is like steering you over here and somebody else is popping in on your radar over here. Or you thought this person was going to fund your creative project. No, actually, it's going to be this person over here. So this is great. I think ultimately this is about leaving behind a long-standing period. We know Capricorns have been going through this, a very long-standing period of stagnation and disappointment. You are absolutely turning a corner. And I think you're going to be turning a corner in a very, very surprising way. Uranus is involved. And there could be a very surprising communication with that Venus-Jupiter in that third house, or somebody coming to travel to see you also with this Fool and energy here. Especially if you live alone, there could be somebody coming to travel to visit to see you in regards to whatever, especially if it's romantic. There could be something like that going on. But I feel like this is absolutely fantastic, Capricorn. So I would encourage you to fully leave behind your disappointments and embrace this beautiful energy that the universe wants to bring in for you. Because yes, sometimes, and all of us can do this, this is not exclusive to Capricorn. All of us can get fixated on, oh, it has to happen this way. I am telling the universe, it needs to happen this way, or forget it. No. Can you have faith and trust the universe can bring you something better? Does the universe really know best? I don't know. I've seen in my life that, yeah, all of the time the universe has known best when it's redirected me in a certain way. So, and I mean 100% of the time. So I encourage you to, again, work with this energy and not stay stuck and fixated on how you think something should roll out, but really embrace this gorgeous energy that the universe is bringing to you. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. The new moon solar eclipse in your fourth house of home, family, roots, what nourishes you and what feeds you. And of course, Uranus transiting through your fourth house can bring very sudden changes to your home situation. So let's see what we got here. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what is going on. Oh, here we go. Here's Pluto. And the Knight of Pentacles. There's our Taurus energy. Ace of Swords. Wow. Capricorn. Oh my goodness. And the Six of Swords. Well, it looks like the Aquarians would like to set their intentions to free themselves from some sort of financial obligation, something going on with the home or the family. So it could be a financial obligation to family. We have change. That's what we have here. This is also connected intimately with the Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse, which would be happening in your 10th house. So, so the eclipse, the North Node is in the 4th house of a new destiny, a door opening for you in terms of where you're living, how you're living, who you're living with. And the South Node is transiting in that 10th house of career and change of status. So, and South Nodes are about endings and letting things go. So what I feel could be going on here is that you may be setting a very important intention to manifest some sort of new direction in your life to head in, but that will necessitate some sort of major letting go and change and moving on from something that has maybe been burdensome, Capricorn, maybe has been toxic, has weighed you down, has been heavy to bear. Saturn has been a responsibility you really don't want anymore. That's possible also. So Ace of Swords, yes, is a victory, but it is also cutting something loose. So setting yourself free. And it could be through a legal contract. That's possible. I mean, honestly, what we have here to me is selling a house and moving on. Something is selling a house that has probably been a place maybe of some memories that were unpleasant, or maybe a person there was unpleasant. Could be a family home. Doesn't necessarily have to be the home you're living in now. It could have been something from the past, Saturn, legacy, inheritance. It could be something like that. That's especially with the Knight of Pentacles, which can also be a lot of family energy. So there could be something you're finally free of some sort of family legacy burden, even if it's not related specifically to a home. It could just be related to family because we're talking about the 4th house here. So you could be setting yourself free and healing yourself from some sort of, major energy that's been going on for quite a while, I would say. And you're moving on and feeling so relieved. 6 of Swords. So trouble's passing away, moving on. This is the intention to set, that you are going to make the decision, Ace of Swords, to do what you need to do to let go, shift this energy once and for all. Because here's the thing, the Scorpio energy is going to force your hand anyway. The new moon solar eclipse is an opportunity for us to plant a new seed. Like I said, the one that's going to have juice that we really want to nurture. South Node, full moon lunar eclipse, that's happening May 16th, the middle of the month. It's going to take something out of your life, whether you want it to go or not. It's much better, I think, to work with the energies and set the intentions and be ahead of the curve and be like, yeah, you know what? I really got to make the choice to work with this and try to mold the energy the way I want. Now, of course, Uranus is a wild card factor here to consider, but this does suggest to me that there is a major chapter ending for you associated with this. Now, this could have something to do also with an important female in your life also, because of the lunar eclipse happening, being a lunar eclipse, right? It has to do with women. So there also could be something here with, the changing role of a female in the family structure. This could be that you have to move her in some way. Maybe she has to leave the home she's in and go into a nursing home, or maybe she has to move in with a family member, or, something like that. And some hard decisions need to be made, and you're the one that has to make the decision. So there could be something like that. It could also be something connected, as I said, to some sort of change in your career, like, right, South Node. Oh, I'm not going to be doing this anymore because I want to retire. That's a change in status. Or, you know what? I'm going to be getting married. Hopefully not now. This is not a good time to get married, right? You got to wait until after retrogrades and things like that. But let's just say you recently made the decision that you're going to move in with somebody else, and change your status from single to living together or married or whatever, which is 10th house, change of status. That may necessitate a letting go and a restructuring of where you're living right now, right? Which ties in with what's happening, chapter ending, things shifting in the middle of the month. So you have to apply the energies to your life. But I like this energy very much because it is suggesting that there is an end to some sort of situation that has been problematic. And you are liberating yourself triumphantly from it. So I know it's not easy to go through changes when it regards our home and family. And if you've watched my video about, how I had to move recently and why I moved, I'll try to remember to put it in the link in the description. It's a similar thing. I didn't really want to do it. but it ended up working out fine. But when we resist the energies, we usually cause problems for ourselves. I know change is not easy, but you're going to come out the other side of this. So set the intention to work with this energy and not resist it, because resistance really, what you resist persists. Is not going to make the situation easier. And you have energies where, yeah, you just got to wrap your head around it and make the decision. All right, Pisces, the new moon solar eclipse is happening in your third house. Your third house of communications, of your daily life, daily habits and routines, networking, writing, communications, sales, transportation. All right, so let's see what we have for you. Setting your intentions. Pisces. Let's see. All right, we have a 2 of coins. Oh, and we have Uranus. We have a tower. Okay. 8 of swords. Temperance. And the Page of Pentacles. All right, I like to see that. I think the universe is going to help you make a decision about where to invest your time and energy, especially in terms of what can make a very significant change in your life here, especially regarding your career, because Temperance Sagittarius energy is your 10th house of career. So it is possible, because remember, Uranus is involved. Uranus is here. There could be, surprisingly, you don't see it coming. This is the thing. Here you are. You're like, I don't see this. Is this really coming? There could be 2 offers on the table suddenly for you. 2 of coins. Surprisingly, out of nowhere. 2 offers, 2 opportunities, 2 new projects, something like that related to your career. I feel it's very possible. And here we go. Here's the good news. Page of Pentacles. You're going to choose one of them. You're going to deliver the news that this is the one. Even here with these 2, right? The 2 cups, the Temperance, which is about alchemical reactions, shape-shifting, changing. And it is about new life. He's dipping his toe in the water here. So there is something about water symbolizes new life. There is something, I really feel there's an element of a happy surprise that catches you off guard because of the Tower. And the 2 of Pentacles is even a card where he's not fully balanced. The 2 feet are not on the ground. Same thing here. His 1 foot is over here and 1 foot in there. So, but we have the major arcana here, and it's very protective with the Temperance. So I feel like out of the blue, you don't see it coming, some sort of, okay, make this decision. Either you're going to do this or you're not. This could also be not necessarily 2 things, but it could just be weighing your options. Like your boss could come to you and be like, all right, well, you can stay in the office, or we'd like you to transfer to this other location. So it could be something like that. And again, you're not going to see that coming. So you're going to weigh your options, and you're going to look at it from the perspective of what is going to bring the most positive change to my life. And it may be time to get out of a comfort zone. That's possible, as I was discussing with my, Uranian energy here. So I feel like ultimately this is a happy surprise that could free you from a stuck situation. And it's good news. You got the Pentacles here, the Page of Pentacles. So I think it's time to set an intention and say to the universe, I'm open to surprises that will free me in any areas where I'm stuck in my career. That's the 10th house, the Temperance, right? I'm open to positive change. I'm open to good news. I'm open to moving forward in a very exciting new direction. So with this Tower here, this is exciting, Pisces. I think something could really come along very soon and free you. Now, remember, this may not happen immediately this week or anything like that. Eclipse energy takes time to manifest. But we also have the full moon lunar eclipse in your 9th house. I'm going to make a separate video on that energy, but that's the big picture perspective of your life. So you may be changing how you see your life going currently. You may be letting go of some way you thought your life was going to go and embracing a whole new reality based on some sort of surprise that comes in and frees you. especially in career. So very, very interesting energies, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me for your new moon solar eclipse in Taurus tarot reading and astrology forecast. I love you guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies, how you're setting your intentions. What are you looking forward to? What is going on in your world? I'd love to hear. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.